very good evening to one and all present here. My name is Mehreen Shamim. We all welcome Jyoti ma'am. So Jyoti ma'am is co-principal in her school, Jyotis Central School, Trivandrum. Jyoti ma'am holds an MCA degree and has over 20 years of experience, including 15 years in teaching and 5 years in the software industry. She has led many training sessions on AI, both online and offline. Her blend of technical and teaching expertise makes her a valuable educator at Jyotis Central School. Jyoti ma'am has been part of the teacher advisory in curating the new AI curriculum, and we thank her for that. And also, we thank IBM for being our partner, and the grade 11-12 curriculum has been revised with support of IBM by 1M1B as IBM partner. And it is our ongoing commitment to support, to kind of build the AI teacher community in India. And, these trainings, or you can say these orientation sessions, are part of it. So thank you so much, teachers, for joining us. And now I hand over the session to Jyoti ma'am. So Jyoti ma'am, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, Myrin ma'am, for a wonderful introduction about me. And before start, I really thank 1M1B for giving me this opportunity, and also IBM Skills Build for supporting this. And also I extend my heartfelt thanks to my organization, Jyotis Central School, for providing me all the support and helping me to grow like this. So, dear educators, shall we move on to the session? I think I would like to have an interactive session, not just a monotonous, just going through like. So here we start. I think we are having a lot of teachers here. So I hope somebody will give me the definition of Capstone project. What do you feel the Capstone project? Quickly in the chat, could you please tell me what is Capstone project? What do you feel as a Capstone project? Yes. It is a research-based project, okay? Researching a topic. When students research on some project. Okay, very good. Real life problem, solution of a real world problem. Okay, very good. So here, these are some of the main points for a capstone project. It is typically done by students for their final academic year. Okay, they will research a topic and deeply understand and integrate all their knowledge to develop a solution. Okay, they will be using critical thinking, creative thinking, and problem solving skills and communication skills and all. So all of you are teachers and your students will be making capstone projects now, isn't it? Because capstone project chapter was of class 12th portion. Now this year when we included the new curriculum, it came to 11th standard. Do you know why? Because teachers all think that it is very short time to prepare a capstone project within the time limit of class 12. So they need more time to research, more time to integrate, isn't it? So we started in the 11th itself. So more than a theoretical way of presenting capstone project is purely practical way of doing the project, way of researching, way of improving their knowledge, implementing their knowledge into the technical concept. So as teachers, we should guide the students to do the capstone project. So we should understand the main concept behind this chapter. So quickly, we will move on to the main points. Okay. So these are some of the capstone project examples which are given in the curriculum, in the study material, stock prices predictor, sentimental analyzer, like this, lot of things. Our students are too smart, so every day they are coming with new projects, isn't it? So daily we are having lot and lot of Capstone project examples. So this 6 doesn't count anything. So lot of examples are coming every day. And how do you understand which topic can be selected by a Capstone project or which can be taken? We always ask, is there a pattern? Is there anything important in this pattern? Or do you understand what is this pattern? Can anyone say what is this pattern? We are telling your student is coming and telling, ma'am, shall I take this topic? So how will you understand this can be implemented as a capstone project for an artificial intelligence subject? Because many of us are computer science related teachers, isn't it? So how will we understand when a student brings a topic, we can give, okay, you can start the project. This is a very good topic. Like that, we have to ask, is there a pattern? If there is a pattern, we can start the project. So what is this pattern actually? A relation, size, color of image, real life problem. Okay, actually, size, color, it is something matching with the pattern. Okay, now I will ask you one question. Okay, we are having a project of identifying, uh, everybody says a cat. Okay, so given a list of lot of animals picture, how will we pinpoint that this is cat? Or which thing tells us this image is of cats? Which is the special thing or special feature? We can say it as a feature which identifies a cat. Or you distinguish, yes, color of eyes, distinguish it from a dog. How can you distinguish a dog and a cat? Could you please say a dog and a cat? Color of eyes, of course, it is right. Shape of ears, of course. Dog and cat, tail is coming, size, right. Color, shape, tail size. One more main thing, shape of teeth. But the first look itself, how will you, yes, voice, of course. First thing itself, how will we think? Eyes, height. Shall I tell? Whiskers, isn't it? Cats have whiskers. The first sight itself, cat have whiskers. So pattern means there should be some like this color, sound, eyes, ears. Something should be there which we can categorize, which we can measure to differentiate. Okay, for every project, if something is there like this, we can say, okay, this topic can be considered as a capstone project. So from this, which all thing we can consider, or you can tell it as which all thing we cannot consider as the capstone project. Can you mention it? I hope it is very easy for you. Lot of capstone project is being given and some non-capstone project is also given. Could you please mention which are not capstone project? Jewelry making is not capstone project, very right. Because it is just a mechanical thing. No learning part, no thinking part, nothing else. Okay, creating a calculator, sure. Okay, house price prediction is sure it is a AI because we are predicting. We don't know what is coming here. Now, future prices are being predicted. So sure it is a capstone project. Fraud transaction, we are identifying it. So some thinking. So some part of thinking is coming into these capstone AI projects. But creating a calculator doesn't need any thinking part. It just some kind of calculation. So as teacher, if we are identifying that the project is having some thinking part in it, we can tell, okay, we have some AI solution for it. And then we have to go for looking into some patterns. Then this will help us a lot to identify a capstone project. Okay. So now having this picture, we are having some names, classification, regression I have given. But can you identify how will we identify the patterns here? How do the webcam analyze the human and cars from here? While doing some project for analyzing or identifying the humans and cars, okay? Category wise, correct. So it goes with classification, okay? If we are moving into the house price, it may be increasing or decreasing every day. So the values are continuous. So we go for continuous values regression, okay? So these things, these questions will help us to identify the pattern within the algorithmic concept or theoretical concept, okay? That was the first we told was a general idea, and this is based on the purely theoretical concept. If we can answer some questions like which category, it will go under classification. Okay, how much or how many, then it will be under regression. Likewise, which group is this unusual, which option should be taken, everything. If some questions can be asked, it will be coming under some category, and these techniques can be used to solve these capstone projects. So our students can be guided that this will be a capstone project and can you move along with a capstone project. Okay, are you following? Is this okay for you? Let me move. Regression. Actually, regression is not part of this capstone project, but regression is a supervised learning algorithm, and it is being based on the continuous values, not concrete values. If the values are continuous, we will be moving with regression algorithms. Okay. Clustering is an unsupervised algorithm, and all these concepts will be covered in the machine learning chapter. These are some of the algorithms. So if we are supposed to solve a project, means we have to support it with algorithms, isn't it? So the machine should be trained. So we have to have these algorithms in the backside. So if teachers are understanding, okay, this thing can be solved like this, we can support this. Clustering is an unsupervised learning algorithm. Okay. So here we go for the house price prediction. This is a big problem. Okay. How can we solve this? A student is coming to you and asking, sir, I'm going to take house price prediction as my problem. So how can we solve? What will be the questions you will be asking to that child? If I'm a teacher and if my child is coming to me and asking like this, the first question I will be asking is, in which area, which place the house is situated? You are going to predict which place house and what will be the size of the house. Okay. So likewise, I have to ask. So anyway, the house price prediction is something which is not a very simple thing to be solved. Every real world problem is something big. Okay, we can't solve it at a stretch. Take this problem and solve, it is not going to happen. So some kind of division should be done in this house pricing. Okay, so what we will do is we will decompose the problem. All the real world problems may be complex and big problems. So what we have to do is we have to understand the problem and we have to restate in our own words. Here, what is the thing is, don't go for generalization. Okay, always we are going to generalize it. Like house price prediction, it is a generalized topic. A capstone project cannot be done with a generalized topic. We have to be very specific in our problem statement. Okay, so in our problem statement, we have to think in which area or in which city, whether it is an individual flat or whether it is being a part room or it is a 2-bedroom flat or bigger room. All these things will be determining the house price. Okay, so our problem, we are not going to look into every feature and deciding the feature because it is capstone project. This is to be done by the students. This is not the real world actual big problem. Okay, as a student is doing this, this is a research-based program, and we will be making a simple model and going to train. We have to stick on to a single problem. So we can take, for example, in the city of Bangalore, with a 2-bedroom house, we will be going to predict what will be the price of this house in the coming year. Like that, we can predict. So we have to understand the problem and we have to state it like that. Okay. So then we have to break down the problem. Just we will see this. So like this, we can what restate it. We should remove the generalization and we have to state a specific problem. Okay. Then we can break the problem down into a few large pieces. Okay. Determining the price of a house, it is really, we have to collect the data and we have to process the data. We have to build the actual model, then evaluate, then deploy. Like that it goes. Okay. So each part, each process, we have to do it separately. Everything can be done, can't be done by a person or together. Okay. Anyway, capstone project is done by a group of students, or each student can be given different modules and they can be done parallelly. Okay. But we have to divide the main problem to different portions. Only then we can give to each student. So this problem should be broken down into large pieces. Then this large pieces should be again divided into smaller pieces because data collection as such, we can't do it as a whole. Okay, what data? We have to understand the data. So the required data, it can be the property features like the size, like the number of rooms, the what all facilities we are having. Then we can have the economic factors, the time factors, then the government rules. Everything will be coming into the data collection part. Okay, then taking each thing. If we are taking upon the property features, we will collect the data of that separately. Then we will be taking into the money matter, we will collect the data separately. So this data collection part will be done by a student. Okay, so the student will be understanding what all things he should know, categorize different thing, and he should collect all the data and collect it and store it. And the other person will be doing the data processing part, and another person will be doing the modeling part, and another one evaluation. Like that, a group project will be going on. So capstone project is done by group. All the students will be sitting together, discussing and moving on with their ideas. Like that, they will be moving on. Okay. How can location be given in numerical value? Oh, sorry. Okay. Location means it can be urban place or rural areas. It can be converted into labels. Rural area can be given as some 10 in the range of 1 to 10 we can give. So if all the facilities are being there, give 10, or if the facilities are less, give 8. Like that, it can be given numerical values also. Okay. So moving on to the implementation part, for the designing part, we are moving into the critical and creative thinking. Critical thinking means it is analyzing the situation and making it the part of facts and data, and creative thinking is coming up with new ideas. So critical and creative thinking is being combined together in design thinking. Okay. For design thinking, the formal definition is like this. It is a nonlinear iterative process. Just a minute. Iterative process that expert teams use to understand users, challenge assumptions, redefine problems, and creative innovative solutions. Okay. Actually, this design thinking is having 5 steps. Empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. Okay. Are you following? So empathize means learning about the audience for whom we are designing. Okay. So let us take one example like traffic issue. So if it is a traffic problem, who will be the users? Can you say who will be the users of the traffic issues? Yes, the public who are going traveling through the places. So the we have to go into the public and we have to understand what their problem is. What are the issues which are caused by the traffic problems? Okay. Now, if the problem is like understanding early recognition of cancer with the medical imaging, if we are considering that project, okay, who will be the users? Who will be benefited by understanding? Yes, of course, it will be patients. Only patients will be using that medical imaging. Yes, doctors can use, health practitioners can use, even the head nurses could use if our AI is being good. So, whenever we start with a project, we as a programmer or say trainer, we should not be in the opposite side. We should go into their side. We should think as a doctor. If I am using this project, how will I be benefited? Okay, so thinking from others' shoes. It is from standing from their part, we have to understand what is the actual thing. Empathetically understand the users. That is the first step, empathize. Okay, only if we have the mindset to understand their problem, their needs, we can come up with a good solution which will benefit them. Understood? Okay, so the problem which they face, we will have to take. And the second thing is, it is define. Okay, the define means we have to formulate a problem. So when we formulate the problem from the empathetic stage to define stage, the first stage, empathy stage, to the second stage, define stage, we should have a correct problem. So we are going and meeting all the doctors, all the patients, and we are collecting so many things. So how will we understand which problem should we take? The doctors will be telling one thing, the patient will be telling another thing, and the nurse will be telling another thing. How will we think? How will we understand clearly which should be taken or which problem is the most important problem and how will we solve this? So for that, in the empathetical stage, we have a map, a tool. This is the empathy map tool. Okay, this tool is having 4 quadrants like this: says, thinks, does, and feels. So whatever the users says aloud, says to the other person, it will be written here. Whatever he thinks to do or whatever his feelings, that will be written here. What he does, it is written here. In the 4 quadrant, we will be splitting up the ideas and whatever they say, everything for this. One example I will be showing. This is the empathy map created for Ashmita. Okay. And this thing is for the traffic issue. Okay. Ashmita is really suffering from the traffic problem and he is saying, how can we escape from the traffic? How will the ambulance go in the traffic? She is saying to other persons, I want to go office early, but this traffic is not allowing me to go like that. Okay. And he is thinking out of some solution, should sort out this problem. Or should I change my vehicle? Should I change to some other thing? Like that, she is thinking also. And what she is planning to do or she is doing is she is going and talking with the traffic police. Why always this place is having this much traffic? Or how to change from the 8 o'clock very busy traffic. I can change my time little early to 7:30 so the roads will be not so much crowded. So I am doing like that. So I could save myself from the traffic. Okay. And the feeling of myself, I'm feeling angry, stressed, fear, everything. And this is I have done it for Ashmita. Okay. And Ashmita is not only the person who is facing this issue. There will be a lot of people who is facing the same issue. So we will be creating empathy map for all the people separately. And we will compare all the people says part together, what everybody is singing or what everybody is doing. That like that we will be comparing and we will be taking the common thing into thing and we will understand which thing should be addressed very immediately and we will formulate that thing into the defined portion. Okay, so empathy means we have to understand the users very clearly. We will have to formulate everything in the map and we have to compare everybody's empathy map and we will have to take one and we have to write down the problem statement. And the problem statement, it should be in the human-centered manner. Okay, we have to think in human sense. It should be very much easy for the person to use this solution and get benefited. So, to improve the definition or to improve the problem statement, we can use our 5W1H method. This 5W1H method is being used in variety of places. Here also we can use. This 5W1H is for this traffic problem, it is who are the sufferers, who are actually being or affected by this issue. Then what should be done? What can be done? What is the issue? In which scenario is this problem taking place? That is where. And when does it happen? And why is this happening? And how this we can find the solution. So this is how we formulate the definition of the problem. Okay, so we are taking the advices, the reasons of the users, and we are now formulating the definition. Okay, after the definition, we have to come up with the ideas. Of course, we have to find the solution. So from the solution part, what we have to do is we have to talk the ideas, isn't it? Apart from talking out the ideas, is there any way of bringing out discussions or any way? Do you have any other idea of getting the ideas from all the person? If you are starting a discussion in the classroom, do everybody talk in the same manner? All the students will get up and tell, ma'am, this is the idea, we can do like this, we can tell like this. Is it so? In my class, no, there are some people who are just backward. They have a lot of ideas, but they are not ready to bring out. Okay. But in this portion, when we talk about the design thinking, in the ideation portion, there is nothing like that. This is good idea, this is bad idea. Okay, only ideas are being needed. Understood? Just think about if one day that Google Picture have put forward the Google Maps and all. At that time, the all persons might have thought that Google Maps is a bad idea. Okay, this is not going to happen. But actually it happened. Okay, like the idea of robots, the idea of every small things, even the idea of ChatGPT, the one who thought for the first time, it would be sure someone might have thought, oh, he might have gone crank. So he's bringing some bad ideas, isn't it? First, what we have to think is any idea which may think it like crazy, it is going to hit. It will be the best thing which will be implemented in the future. So every idea, every funny idea, every crazy idea, teachers should encourage them to tell. Okay, not all the person will be coming with the ideas, getting up and telling. So we can have some different ways of brainstorming. If they get up, share the ideas, we tell it as brainstorming. Okay, if they are not ready to tell it, they will write it in a paper. And afterwards, we can collect the paper and we can start the discussion. That is called as brain dump. Even we can suggest brain writing, which one person will be writing and this paper will be shared to others. The other can just add to the points, and later after circulating, it will come up and we can start the discussion on the point. So in every idea, this idea generation, so we should always look into the quantity and not the quality. Okay, just get as many ideas as possible for creating the solution for this problem. Okay, and here one more thing, storyboarding or visual mockup, everything here we can apply. So just storyboarding is writing the things and just circling that, and from this any link is there, we can do like that. So it is like creating a story from the solution. So these many things we can do it. Okay. And after this, we have to go for the prototype. Now we have the problem and we have the ideas, and we will pick up a best idea to be implemented. After the implementation, we come to the prototype. This is the place where all the teachers stuck. Okay, prototype is here for class 11. It is not actually the implementation part. It is not the creation of the model. Model and prototype have a little difference. Okay, prototype is not the thing which works. It can be a simple thing, simple drawing which is being made in the poster, or it can be a 3D visualization, or actually we can make it as a model. Okay, it is like simply a science exhibition model, still model, or some working model like that. In your school, science fair comes, no, like that. Students used to build so many still models of many things. So a prototype is something which is like that. Okay, we are not going into implementing the algorithm, but we know what should be done. And if we are planning like this, it should come like this. Prototype is a mini version which explains the working, the clear working of everything. What are the tools to be implemented in actual thing, everything. But it is not the real implementation. Real implementation requires training. Here we are not training the thing. Prototype, just a look. We will see the example of the prototype here. Here for the traffic solution, no? Here we can keep some a device. It's a some concept of a simple idea which will be giving a smart advice, which will be controlling the traffic like that. Some device is here. So we can keep one, build a device, and we can show the prototype like that. Okay. It can be done in cardboard or anything like that we can show, but everything, the prototype, how it controls the traffic, how it controls the other vehicle, everything should be made clear. Or we can make in the posters also like this, an intelligent traffic signal. It is identifying the live traffic and rearranging the traffic signal and controlling the traffic. Like that in the poster, simple with the diagrams we can do. We can make some models like that, and we can create a prototype, anything we can make. So this is not the actual real implementation of the algorithm. It is just prototype. Okay. This prototype should be passed into the testing. Okay. So you may ask me, this is not the actual thing. Then how will you test? Okay. Shall I ask? In the science fairs, they are not keeping the actual thing. Working model is there. But the judges, the teachers, the friends, everybody is coming and asking, and we are explaining how it works. So when we ask, when the teachers ask, okay, is this the way we are implementing, or this is the way this work? If the student, the one who made the prototype, is able to answer every question of the teacher, then the prototype is going to work sure. Then we can move to the real world modeling. Otherwise, if somewhere some problem is now, the feedback is being given, and then we have to go back and start with the empathy portion again. Okay, so this is the way it goes on. It is an iterative part. We have to move on like this. Okay, so I hope the design thinking part is working really well. Okay. Yes, we can do PowerPoint also. We can draw the how the working, everything can be done in the prototype part. Okay, but for the next part, we have to go for implementation part. There we will have to collect the actual data. We have to split the data into training part, testing part, everything, and we have to do this. So we have started the Capstone project in the class 11 so that we will understand the project, understand what is the problem to be implemented, and we will understand the solution part. Okay, so that we can move into the real world project next year. So these things, the next thing is the actual implementation that the student can do during the vacation part and can complete it by the class 12. Okay. So how does a student select a topic? As you all know, SDG goals, we have to keep these goals very tight with our AI students because our AI students are the future thing. Without these sustainable development goals, whatever AI projects we are having, this will go against the society. We have to promote the sustainable development goals. So whatever thing we are taking, it should come under this only. Okay. For example, we told and identifying the cancer from the medical imaging, isn't it? So can you say under which sustainable development goal it will come? Identifying the disease, which development goal, which SDG goal it will come? Yes. Okay, it will come under the SDG goal 3. So likewise, under every topic which we are taking, we should align it to the SDG goals. Okay. And here it is the practical implementation part. We have to create the project abstraction using the design thinking framework. So these are the portion we have to go into. Here we have to write the name, team member's name and all. And the problem selection, what we have to do. We told under the SDGs, we have to select one topic. And after the problem decomposition steps and all, we should come into a specific topic. Okay. And we should understand the users affected by the problem. And we have to create the empathy map. And we have to define it, ideate it, and prototype it. And testing, if you can do it. So all these things, what we explained today in each PPT, each slide, we have to write it clearly and we have to make it this. Okay. For a minute, I will show you the project logbook. I will stop sharing this slide. Oh, just a minute. Can you see this project cookbook?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So this is the project cookbook which is being published in the CBSE site, and all of you can have a look on this. So here, for class 11th and 12th, whatever we discussed here, I explain, everything is being written here, and the project guidelines also is being given here. We have to prepare the project, form a team, and we have to define the problem and SDG aligned. We have to mention the SDG. We have to understand the users, brainstorm the solution, design the solution, collect the data, build the prototype, and test the solution. Okay. Then as a team, we have to reflect, and all these The last part is to be done in the 12th standard only, creating the video and everything. We have to submit the logbook. Everything should be done in 12th standard. The first part we have to do it now, and the balance continuation we have to do in the 12th standard. Okay. So the clear thing, we are having this each and every point we have given in this cookbook. So it is very easy for a teacher who is going through this will be able to make out this. And when we form a team, we can form a team of 3 to 4 students, depending upon the project, the size of the project you take. If it is a very big project, if it is having different sessions, and we have told the problem decomposition step. No, if the problem will be the large units, if it is counting 5, 6, 7 like that, you can have as many group members also. So the group members depends on the problem you take. So after decomposition, you can decide how many members should be there for the team. Okay. So you can like this project leader, data expert, information researcher, designer, like this different roles we have given, and you can assign this and we can give. And always keep in mind that everything is not coming in the 11th standard. This is the total count of 11th and 12th. So the video producer will be coming in the 12th standard only. Okay. So a video producer can be given another role in class 11. Okay. He can do the data collection part also. So like that, the teacher can divide the role of this project. Okay. That here we have to write the problem statement, understanding the users, creating the empathy map. And while I told the creating the empathy map, no, we can create it online also. This is the side visual paradigm. Here we can have, this is the template which is given by the site. So when we click like this, and here it comes, and we can just type whatever we like. So like this, we can create the empathy map online, and we can just take the screenshot and we can paste it in the logbook. It is very easy to do it. Okay. So this is the cookbook. And all the part is being given. I will just, in the end, I will just give you. Here we have given sample projects also. Here, 10 projects are being given for this reference. Okay. So the first AI-enabled attendance system. Here for help for reference, here we are having problem statement, who will be the users, and what is the objective. And here the features, the patterns which we identified in the first portion. So the features and which all AI is being used. That means algorithm part, which is used. This will be utilized for the class 12. So with this algorithm, we will be training the model. Okay, then the data used, solution, and the SDGs involved, and the future scope. And the main attractive thing which CBSE have given is they have added the link of the project also here in GitHub. And this is that one. So here, all the 10 projects is being given here. Whichever thing we are selecting, we will be getting the codes here. Okay. If we are going for the school surveillance, here the Python code is being given here. We can have a look and we can run this. So it will be a great help. And now nobody want to think like that. Only these projects can be done using Python. It is not nothing like that. Python is just a programming language which can be used to code it. Okay, we can go for low code platforms, Orange database tool, Orange tools, then teaching machines, machine learning for kids, Scratch. Everything can be used for implementing these models for training. For even if we want to develop a chatbot, we can go for Dialogflow. So like that, different tools are there for creating AI models. But the main thing, the main part is having an idea how to create it, how to develop this. Okay, so the 11th standard portion, the design thinking portion is very much important. So when the students understand who are the users, how to implement this, what is the tool, everything, so it will be helpful. And only the model training, the model development, and the deployment portion will be balanced in the classroom. That they can do it as such. Okay. So, as part of the class 12, project logbook is also being there. This is something which we can download and which we can fill it. Whatever we saw in the project cookbook, here it is being there. If you want, you can download this and fill it. This is the project plan, which we have to fill from the starting day once, the planned date and the actual date we can fill it. So everything is being there. And together with starting the Capstone project, you are supposed to fill this also. Okay. And this will be submitted at the end of the class 12. And together with video, we will have to submit for the class 12 board exam evaluation. Okay. I hope you understood a little bit. If you are having any doubts, you can ask me now. Questions, please. Few students from science stream are on exemption. Capstone project is like to be done group only. Individual, what the thing which happens is a capstone project, it is actually a big project. We have to divide into different what units, and we can solve this. If a single person is being doing means all the unit, the person have to do it alone. So it will be a tedious job for an individual to do it if they are doing it in single basis. Or if it is a very small AI problem, then of course they can go with it. Actually, I'm not able to go through all the chats. If you unmute and if you speak, it will be easy for me to respond.
Yes, teachers, you are welcome to ask your questions. Ma'am is there. She will resolve all your queries. So you can unmute yourself one by one and ask your doubts.
Jyoti ma'am, can I ask you something?
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Ma'am, we talked about the projects available on GitHub. So class 12
Yes.
students can take them directly and use them as their own projects?
As teachers, we should not support that, ma'am. These are for the supporting materials
But
only.
ma'am, that's very true. But students don't understand that core programming. See, if I
That's
have
why
to
we
go with
told
the
it
regression,
is
then I
not
have to.
necessary that they should go for this kind of Python programming. Okay, they can go with the orange tool. With the orange tool, just we can download the data set and we can find the evaluation, everything, modeling, training, everything can be given within that. And if we are
Okay.
going with a teachable machine, then that tool itself is training. We can go
Okay.
with machine learning for kids. We can go for chatbots, everything. These are simple things which are here. Just think like that in whole, all the students are taking these 10 projects and showing, this is my project. That is not our main aim. This is for this project cookbook is a support for the teachers. Okay.
That's very true. See, one or two teams of my students are they are working on the chatbot. One is
Yeah.
using a dialog flow, that's perfectly fine, but the other one is using the Python. Is that fine?
Any code can be used, ma'am. It is not that they should not use Python or they should
See, that
use
will be
Python.
a
It is not like that. No
that
code
will be
and
a
low
rule
code
based.
platforms are
Yeah,
always acceptable.
right. That will be a rule based chatbot, right?
Yes.
And is it necessary that it should question and answer like chatbot?
Yes. It should have something learning by its own. So simply some questions and answers. Like for the 12 standard, they should come up with something extra.
Okay, fine.
Some
Thank you.
indents, some extra sub-indents, everything should be added in the chat box.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, can a student make project using a Google Teachable Machine and PictoBlocks? It is accessible
Sure.
in 12 class standard. They can make.
The main thing is the problem they choose it. Okay. And how they understand it, how they interpret it, and how they are coming with the solution. That all things matters most than the training part. This is a student capstone project. So how they are picking up a real world project, how they are understanding what is the problem and how they can create the problem. That is the most thing important. If you go through the project logbook, you will understand each and every point what they have to fill is more than the modeling part. Modeling part is only one unit. All the other units are about understanding the problem and working on it. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
so whether it is a simple teachable machine or picture blocks, that doesn't matter. How a person is approaching a project, how much the theories are being utilized, how much they are integrated the project, that counts a lot. So they have to go on doing like that. They can start now and complete next year.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes.
my question is for 12th standard during the board externals, whether they will be asking to run any models or they will be asking only from the videos presentation. Their questions will be from the video presentation or they will be asking the kids to run the model or show the model like that something, ma'am.
Ma'am, if they have deployed, they can be shown. If the code is being deployed with a mobile app or using website, no, we can show it. We can run it to the external examiners who are coming.
Okay, ma'am.
So otherwise, if they have not deployed and only the training model, it's the what like APK file is alone being is there, then we cannot show. But what else we can explain the project and we can show the logbook and video.
Thank you so much.
It depends on the deployment part.
Okay.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, which kind of question related to Capstone project and
Yes, sir.
Python programming can be asked in CBSE board exams?
Yes. I didn't get you, sir. Could you please tell?
Ma'am, which kind of questions can be
Oh.
asked in CBSE board exam regarding Python programming that is used in Capstone project?
So Capstone project, now the theory portion in class 11th is design thinking, the problem decomposition. So all the questions will be coming from creative thinking, critical thinking, the design thinking steps, how do we implement. The theory portion come from the study material. You can just refer to the study material for theory questions.
Ma'am, actually, I had found one question regarding which library is used for finding RMS value and order of steps taken in CBSE sample paper. This is why I'm asking.
It is there in the class 12 study material, sir. You are asking about
Yes,
the
ma'am.
sample paper, I think. It is there in the
Yes,
class 12 study material. Just
yes, ma'am.
go
I
through
am
the caption.
asking only for.
Class 12, you are asking. So
Yes, yes,
whatever
ma'am.
there in the
12.
study material, they can ask for the examination, sir.
Okay.
Okay. The training steps are there well specified in the study material, so they can ask that.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, one more question.
Yes.
Same, like in the study material, 12 study material, like Python programming is there. So
Yes.
biology for maybe science, computer science students can able to understand that. For bio students, it will be not easy to understand the codings. So they want to learn that codings, ma'am.
I hope just as the computer science part, write a program using train test plate like that, it won't be coming, ma'am. But the steps, libraries, everything may be asked. We can't omit the Python portion, which is in study material as such. But I hope the other part, like in computer science and all, based on the train test plate, random forest, everything would be asked. No, like that, it won't be asked.
Okay, ma'am. So maybe
Whatever
like what
specified
is
in
the
the study material, we should impart to the students?
Maybe they will be asking what is the functions they are using and what are the libraries
We
they are.
have to go with the sample papers, ma'am. We are not sure what kind of question will be asked.
Actually,
But
this is the concern
as
of
the
bio students because they are not they are like very little programming.
ma'am, I think for CBSE, there is no bio student, commerce student, or science student as it. It is only the artificial intelligence curriculum and examination. So whatever was specified in the study material, we teachers should impart to into the students.
Sure, ma'am. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any more questions?
Good evening, ma'am,
Yes.
and thank you very much for providing this session first. Actually, we are started just now this year only taking 11th AI. So at the
Okay.
end of AI this year, that is this academic year, what are the things are the phases they have to complete and what are the documents they have to submit?
So whatever we told in the project abstraction, no?
Okay, ma'am.
This thing. These things to be done by the 11th standard students. They
Okay,
have to do the what problem selection and the users empathy map they have to create, and 5W1H and they have to define. They have to write down the problem statement and brainstorming. Everything they have to be done. When we take the project logbook, the first few chapters are regarding the same thing, and it can be filled and kept for next year. And the balance portion we can do after doing the modeling part.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay.
Any more questions, teachers? So I think the queries have been answered, ma'am. And
Yes.
I thank you very much for this amazing session on Capstone project. It was truly insightful, and I'm sure our teachers have benefited from it. So thank you once again, ma'am, for this amazing session. And thank you, teachers, for joining us. Yes,
There was a
ma'am.
question. I just went through the chat.
Mhm.
What to upload the video? A question was there. Actually, they can upload the video in the Google Drive or YouTube anywhere, and they can paste the link in the project logbook. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.